Hi, this is DarkFox127 and welcome to another Skyrim Creation Kit tutorial video. You might notice that my voice seems a little different. That will be because I've had to get a new headset because the old one broke, or as one person on a comment put it, got obliterated, which is a much better way of putting it. And so we're going to see how that performs in this first tutorial with the nice Chinese headset. So today we are going to be doing something quite unique, something quite different. As I mess around with actors, we're going to be creating a NPC who can ride a horse. So they're going to have a nice little AI package where they're able to get on a horse and travel back and forth between location. So that's quite a nice thing because it was requested and I did find out how to do it. So you want to obviously load up your Skyrim ESM, and if you're working off current mod, set it as active as usual. So I've got a new mod, so I'm just going to hit save straight away and get this saved as test mod. And we're going to make an actor first, so we're going to quickly find any sort of a default actor here. I usually just pick a random guard, so I'm going to duplicate this guard here. So you can watch my followers tutorial if you want to know how to just make an NPC. You don't have to make them follow it, it will just show you the basics of NPC creation. So we're going to call this DF127 Test Rider. And we're just going to knock all this base stuff right off. So go along the traits. Red guard, that's fine. Preview the head, yeah, he looks like a badass. Right. Go along, make sure he's not going to try and kill anyone. Yep. Put him as unaggressive, there we go. That should do nice and fine. Make sure he hasn't got any packages. So we're going to call him, well, he does look like a badass. So we're going to call him Badass. Badass Bill. There we go. So we've got Badass Bill here. Let's make him unique and essential. Click OK. No and yes. So we're going to go and find Badass Bill again. Who isn't called Badass Bill. He's called Test Rider, isn't he? Under our name. So there we go, there's Test Rider, Badass Bill. And we're just going to drop him in Riverwood because it's a nice easy place to go to. So let's go drop him in Riverwood. Get a wonderful error, as you do with the creation kit. Knock all that off. Put Badass Bill in here somewhere. Dump him there. Flipping heck, he's armed to the frigging teeth. Right, so Badass Bill's armed to the teeth. Now, he's going to need a package to travel back and forth between where he wants to go. But first we're going to want to get him a horse to ride on. So we're going to type in horse under actor. Yeah. Oh, that was a horrible view. Okay, we'll go with a brown one. We'll duplicate that horse and edit him. We'll give him a unique name. We'll call him DF127 Test Horse. We need. Should we give this horse a name? There we go. Harry the Horse. So we've got Badass Bill and we've got Harry the Horse. Now the horse will also need a package. And what we're going to do, we're going to give this horse a nice simple package which tells him to follow. It might seem strange, but we're going to tell him to actually follow Badass Bill. And you think, well, we want Badass Bill to get on the horse. Well, it'll make sense in a moment. We're going to give Badass Bill, first of all, we're going to get him to go to where we want to go. So we're going to give him a nice new package. And I do have a package tutorial if you want to know a little more detail about all this, but we're just going to set this up. We've already got the travel option under package template. And we're going to want a location, place to travel. Actually, we're going to do, I said travel back and forth, that'll be easier. Pick two reference locations. So I'm going to just put a nice X marker in the world here. And ideally you'd put an X marker at the place where he's going to, but I'm just going to select anything we can find really. And I'm just going to name that DF127 X for X marker and Ride 01. It just makes things easier so we can refer to it. And the start location is going to be that X marker there. So we're going to select the reference, going to hit the X marker, make sure there it says our DF127X ride 1, we know it's the right marker. And then we're going to pick a random marker in the Whiterun cell. Just get him to get a Whiterun and back. So Whiterun cell there. You could obviously go to the cell where you want to travel to and put an X marker down like this, and name it and then link it, just like I've done the first one, but just to make things quicker, I'm going to pick any X marker. Shouldn't really affect anything. I wouldn't recommend doing that yourself. Like I said, put one down yourself. This is just to speed things up with the tutorial. Ride horse is possible. Now this is the important part. Tick well, not yes. Tick true. Tick the true option there. Make sure that he's going to ride his horse if he can. Preferred path, I'll tick true again because it'll make sure he goes along main roads rather than wandering off through a river or something and getting his horse and himself killed. Flags you can mess with. I don't think we really need to mess with any of this. This is fine. Obviously you'd go ahead and put this in more detail if you didn't want to just be bouncing back and forth. But like I said, you watch my package tutorials for that. This is just simply to get the riding the horse part done. So we're going to give this an ID. We're going to call this DF127 package and Bill ride horse. That'll do. So he's got a package to travel back and forth between Whiterun, but we now want him to get on his horse. Now he's going to need to know that Harry the horse is his horse. Just ignore that if you get mesh stuff. It's on about the control and F4 thing. So we're going to want him to know that Harry the horse is his horse. Obviously we haven't put Harry in yet. We're going to need to dump Harry down into the cell. I think I've called him test horse, haven't I? There he was. Where have I put him? Where the hell have we put Harry the horse? Let's just put horse. There you are, test horse. So put Harry the horse in. And you want to double click on Harry the horse. We're going to go and give him a package in a moment. Just first thing we need to do, NPC. This is going to be Bill. So this is going to be Badass Bill here. Which is DF127 test rider, his ID. So you're going to want to select the person that you want to ride the horse as the owner of the horse. That's really, really important or this isn't going to work. So there we go. So he knows that he owns the horse. At that point you think that's absolutely fine, but it isn't. You actually need the horse to stay with him, because if he starts wandering off to Whiterun and he wants to ride his horse and his horse isn't with him, he's not going to ride it. So this is where we just now get the horse to have a simple package. Make a new package, DF127 package, call it horse follow. And this package is going to be to follow an actor. So if we can find follow under here. Follow. That'll do. Should be just follow. And you want to point at a specific reference. And guess what? It's going to be Badass Bill. So make sure that you have selected Badass Bill there. So he's going to follow Badass Bill all the while. He's going to accompany him. Ride horse. Don't tick it on the horse itself, otherwise it's going to try and ride itself, which isn't going to work. So all we need to do that. Obviously, if you were setting them to only be riding and travelling across this area at a certain point, then they're going to have to match in time as well. So just keep that in mind. So now our horse should be following our other NPC. And he should ride the horse because he's near him, he owns him, and it is in his package to ride the horse if possible. So we're going to just maybe put them a bit closer together, so more chance of it actually working. I'm going to save our mod, and now we're just going to go in game, nip to Riverwood, and hopefully they haven't left without us, and we can check out if they're working. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, Badass Bill is riding his horse.
That's power.
As well as yabbering on. So I hope this tutorial was helpful. I hope it does work for you. If it doesn't, then be aware that it could be a creation kit glitch, or you might have just slipped up somewhere. So double check all of your work. Please leave comments, let me know what you think. Visit my anti-social websites and my main website and all the rest. You can follow me on Facebook. And thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you next time.